Hey
Okay.
everyone, Dr. Welch here.
Hi, I am Jen McAtee. I'm your lead TA for the semester.
So welcome to Energy for Society, ENGR 100. Its companion lab is available, but only about half of you are signed up for that. So we've been online for the better part of 6 years, and the only change between the COVID edition of this course and what we've done before is we cannot meet face to face. And historically, we've made allowances for people to meet. So we've got to do it all remotely, online, and hopefully Zoom is no longer a challenge for the majority of you.
So one thing to note, like Dr. Welch said, that we do have the optional lab. Please, if you are taking the lab, know that there are 2 separate Blackboard sites and as well as email accounts. So if you have questions about your lab homework or material, make sure that you're sending it to the right person, that it's a different website or a different Blackboard site and a different email address, just to make sure that none of your questions get missed. If you decide you want to take the lab at a later time, that's also an option. You don't have to take it at the same time as the lecture. So as long as you take the lecture and you pass the class and say you want to take the lab in the spring, you're welcome to do that.
The course consists of an introductory module and then 8 real academic modules where the majority of the points are. We have to sequence through those modules in 1 semester, which is about 16 weeks, but you lose a week because of the break. So the majority of the modules are taken in 2-week chunks, but there are exceptions. We'll send you reminders, but remember, everything is available to you when the course starts. So the deadlines are just that, deadlines. So hopefully that's not an issue. There's no problem with you working ahead.
And that's something we actually encourage you to do. That way, if you have something come up in the future, or say you've got a heavy workload in your other classes, you can get this done as quickly as you would like to. We just ask that you do it in order of the modules, but then that way you get ahead and you can have that done for the semester. There will be late penalties, so it's not like you can just wait and do everything at the end of the semester either. So you can work ahead at your own pace, but those deadlines are the latest that you can turn in assignments without having any penalty. So, and that'll all be explained in the syllabus, and all of those deadlines are also going to be included on a calendar, as well as the help sessions that we will be hosting. So those, again, like Dr. Welch said, everything will be on Zoom. So these you can kind of think of as our office hours. And so myself and some of the other TAs will host these help sessions where you can come in and join for a few minutes or however long, talk about the material, ask questions if you're having problems. We can even work through problems with you. So all of that will be included on the calendar that you'll be able to find in the Zoom help session tab on Blackboard.
So the book that we use is available for free as a PDF. You can buy a hard copy if you absolutely have to. There's a significant advantage of the PDF in that it's searchable. So all of the details will be provided to you in the Blackboard site, to include, a copy of the PDF there. But hopefully you enjoy the fact that you're not paying for an extra book.
And that is the same textbook that you will use with the lab. So that's the other benefit. You only have 1 textbook and you'll learn the material for both of the parts of the course from that same book. Going ahead with your assignments, we've tried to line most everything up with the lab as well for those of you taking it. So you'll have a few different assignments for each module. We definitely encourage you to work with classmates, roommates. If you all are taking the same class together, that's great. Awesome to do study groups. One thing that we want to make sure and press is that when you are citing information from an outside source, even if it's the textbook, I want you to put some kind of quotations and say, I got this information from this source. That way you're giving credit to whoever actually did the work in the first place. The other thing is if you are working in those groups, that's fine, but you still should be submitting things in your own words. No 2 people talk the same. just like no fingerprints are the same. So you're all going to have your own way of saying something. So just make sure that you and your friend aren't submitting the exact same assignment, and that it's in your own words, and that you do your own work, even if you're working in groups.
Right. So we're really talking about plagiarism here, and the idea of 2 or more students submitting the exact same document will get you in trouble. So don't do that. And the other thing to remember is when you cite, a reference, you're not going to lose points because of it. If anything, we're going to say, yes, you're figuring out how to do good academic work. So if you have questions, email us. Hopefully we can solve all your issues, your problems early in the semester.
And we'll have our email addresses along with the syllabus. One thing I want to note for contacting me, please do not send emails to my @boisestate.com. They will not be read, and I don't want to miss your questions if you need to get a hold of me. So the ENGR 100 admin@boisestate.edu is the best way to contact both of us. We both monitor that account all the time, so that's going to be the fastest way to get a hold of either of us, and that way we can get you the help that you might need.
Okay, everyone, look forward to working with you and having a great semester.
Thanks. See you soon.